In the last lesson, I taught you about first, last, and nth child. Now I want to show you some different selectors, and we're going to begin with an adjacent selector. This sounds confusing, but it's not at all. I'm going to comment this out for your review if you want to download the source code. And now I'm going to return to index.html, and right here at the bottom, we're going to add an h2 that says, "Hi there," and then some paragraphs. "How are you today?" And then one more, "I am fine." So if I load this in the browser, it's going to show up right here, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. What I want to do is target this very first one and make it different. Maybe it's bold, maybe the font size is taller. This is fairly common when maybe the paragraph after a heading should be styled differently. Maybe like a book where the text is much larger, it's italic, and then you go back to the normal. How would you do that? Well, you don't apply a class. Instead, I want you to use an adjacent selector. So we will say P, and maybe make the font size a little bit bigger, maybe 1.3 ems. Or let's make it 1.5. Now if I load the page, we're affecting all of the P tags as we would expect. So how can we say, let's target only the P tag that comes right after the H2 tag? And we can do that by using the adjacent selector, H2 plus P. Now if I reload, you can see we're only targeting this one specific paragraph. Now remember, if we were to duplicate all of this, it's also going to target this one as well. It's not specific to one element. It's based upon, does a paragraph proceed an H2 element? And if it does, it will receive this styling, the plus. This is referred to as an adjacent selector, and it can be very, very powerful if you use it correctly. Now, what if you need to be a little more flexible? For example, you want to select any paragraph just as long as it comes after an H2 element. But we don't care if anything comes in between it. What we have right here, if we were to, for example, add an unordered list, like so, that's going to ruin the formatting because now this paragraph does not immediately proceed the H2. So that's what we're going to learn in the next lesson, how to be a little more flexible.